All right, guys. So I had a subscriber ask me if I could do a review on the tractor. I did a video on, hey, it's a surprise, and we picked it up, and I kind of did a review at the end of that. But we've actually used it a couple days to brush hog, so I figured maybe we'll just go ahead and do our normal little review deal. Excuse me. And it's raining outside, or it's off and on, raining all day today. Hang on. I might have to blow my nose. I got something tickling my nose, making me sneeze. I don't have coronavirus, I promise. Anyway, so let's just do a review in the shop instead of doing a review out on the concrete like we normally do. This is our brand new John Deere 5075E. We used to run a lot of tractors. I always had a tractor. Well, probably in the past 8, maybe 10 years, I really haven't had a whole lot of need for tractors because we lost a lot of our maintenance stuff at the end of the housing recession, and we just didn't have a whole lot of brush hog work. Well, then I started brush hogging with a skid loader because I always had a skid loader, and I figured, well, we could just do both with it, and I wouldn't have to have a tractor sitting there just to brush hog and to mow with. So that being said, we've picked up a couple more maintenance contracts to where we're mowing bigger stuff. Now I've got one that's about 40 or 45 acres, and I did not want to do that with a skid loader. That would be miserable. We did the front 25 acres with it, and anyways, long story short, I went and bought another tractor. This is what we decided to get. It's a Deere 5075E, 75 horsepower, or within the realm. It's got ag tires on it. This is how it's set up from the factory, wheel dish wise and all that. I may kick these out to the inside of the spacers, but I don't know yet. You know, category 2, 3-point. I don't know if anybody knows. Oh, look at that. That's trying to come off. That was crazy. Anyways, I don't know if anybody knows, but on the back of a Deere, you can slide this off, and see if I can do this one-handed. So you spin this, see how if you go like that, it captures it, and then if you spin it, it will now let that you know, kind of be like a slip hitch. That's kind of nice. Had a couple people say, hey, I don't know if you know this. Yes, I've had a 3000 series something. I don't remember what it was, 3039R, and we've had a 4066R. So I kind of knew about that. But here's your telescoping 3-point arms. Deere has it to where it pushes like that. Kubota has a lever that you have to smack down. It does have your adjustable 3-point. And what's kind of nice about it is they spin also, so you can do your major adjustment with that, and then you actually turn this. It's down there on that other knuckle. You can spin that and do micro adjustments, you know, kind of like this. So that's kind of nice. And this is kind of handy here, so when you pick this up, you flip that over and it holds your top link. I thought that was kind of a neat little, I mean, it doesn't, oh, sorry. It doesn't take much to make something like that, and I thought that was kind of neat. Here's your hydraulic fill. It's got a single remote on it. Here's your, well, it looks like, oh no, I need to let my 3-point arms down. I was like, well, it looks like I need fluid. But here's your fluid levels, washer tank, you know, your ag plug back there in the back. I never use that. 540 PTO. It's got a neat little quick toolless pin release for your drawbar, and of course it's got work lights and tail lights and everything else. You've got a single step over here normally. Here's your fuel tank, loader arm brackets. Those are coming off because we're actually ordering the Zoodberg 3-point setup for the front. So then we can set up a we're going to put our snow pusher on the front of it with that. I made these real quick. I did a video on that. I took the push bar off the front because I have to anyways for the Zoidberg, and I just used that position and bolted those on because you never can tie down a tractor. I don't like going around the axle. So that ties it down real good. I already wore the paint off the front brush hogging because we were brush hogging a bunch of stipple stuff. This is your hood release, and it's nice. You get to your air filter really, really easily. You know, it's got your radiator screens in it, stuff like that. It's got two. Here's your second one. It latches in there. Super easy to get to everything. I mean, it's kind of laid out really nice. We've got a block heater that we have to put in. It goes in back here. We'll do a video on it. I just haven't done it yet. I figured I'd wait until I pull these loader arm brackets off, so I'm not trying to squeeze in between here. Like I said, air filter, overflow, or degas bottle, whatever you want to call it. Your radiator and oil fill and your dipstick. Starter's easy to get to. I mean, everything looks like it's laid out really good. That's kind of, I don't know what that is. Oh, it just looks like it's bypassed, but anyways, that's kind of pushed up against the loader arm, but the loader arms are coming off, so no harm, no foul. I actually got a right-hand door kit for this. It's not on yet. We're having the windows tinted. So I figured he's got to pull all this stuff off anyways to tint the windows because he's pulling everything out of it. But I went ahead and put the handle on it in the right-hand step. I did a video on that because there was a little tab that needed to be modified on it. But then that way I could climb up here and I could wash the windows. You know, really, really nice tractor. It seems like it's nice and heavy. I got a little bit of junk down there in the corner. Better get it while I'm looking at it, but guess I can pull that screen out and blow it out. But we've already brush hogged with this a couple times. And let's show you inside the cab. So I did not get the rear wiper kit. This thing is very, very roomy. A lot of floor space. I mean, look at how much floor space is in here. It is crazy. I definitely like it. Bigger cab than the 4066 and the 3039R that we had. I do have a buddy seat for it. I don't know if I'm going to put it in. Just to let you know, if you get a buddy seat for this, you have to cut this. I don't know, I'm kind of finicky about that stuff. If I could buy a new panel that was already made for it from the factory instead of cutting it and making this little rubber boot fit, I'd probably run it. I don't know if I'm going to run it or not yet. I may just end up getting rid of it. But you have a cup holder and a nice big bin. This is, I believe my dealer told me it's a fuse panel and stuff underneath there. So it's not like a glove box. That'd be nice if it was a glove box. You could open up and have storage. But that's not a big deal. Normal tractor windows, roll out tractor windows. Lots of vents. Lots of vents. It's kind of nice. Got typical sun visor in a tractor, especially this size. Deere's all kind of have that same thing. I like that. So I do like the internal mirror instead of the big elephant mirrors on the outside. Again, we do a lot of mowing, so you hit that stuff all the time. But as you're sitting here, so it was either going to be this tractor or a M7060 Kubota. So as you're sitting here, your line of sight is really nice, right? The Kubota has an exhaust pipe right there. You stare at it all the time. Ain't that big a deal, but look where my exhaust is. You see it? It's right there. Put that thing in the A-pillar right there. I mean, that's nice. It doesn't obstruct my view now. I don't have to, you know, if you're sitting in this tractor for 8 or 10 hours a day brush hogging, you don't have to stare at an exhaust pipe right there. It was just one of the things. This cab is the size of a Kubota M4 cab. Well, the M7060 cab is smaller than this. It's more the size of like the Deere cab, the 4066, the smaller 4000 series. I don't need a big cab. It's nice to have a big cab. Like when I'm out brush hogging, I put my lunchbox right there. It ain't even in the way. I can use my brake pedal. I could, you know, foot throttle if I need to, and I've got a lunch box that sits right in there. And then you've got all this room. If you put a buddy seat in it, you could have somebody sitting here comfortably. So, anyways, it is a hydraulic shuttle. I don't remember what Deere calls theirs, a power shuttle or something. It does have, you know, most tractors have this telescoping. And then, you know, your tilt is here, so you can tilt the steering wheel however you need. Your headlights, there's your headlights. Did they come on? Yes, they came on. That is your headlights and your markers, and then you can turn the other headlights on and markers, or you can just have headlights on. That's your 3 positions. And then your work lights and your high beams are all right there. This is to scroll through stuff on your dash. Or your, you know, you could either do tractor hours, RP, or your mile per hour, how fast you're going, or your PTO hours is what that scrolls through, and that's your button here. Obviously, turn signals. And then this is for your def stuff, if you, or your regen, if you want to auto regen or not. This is your wipers. You obviously know what wipers do. This is supposed to have a horn kit available, and I'd assume the horn kit goes here. We ordered it, and it was weird. It looked like a backup beeper. So, I don't know. Maybe they don't have a horn kit, and they just listed it. And obviously, these tractors always come. It's an option for the right-hand door kit. I've got the right-hand door kit. It comes with, you know, your bracket here. It comes with the handle. You put it all. It's already got stuff, you know, in the door for it and all that. Like I said, I wasn't going to worry about it. It comes with the latch, comes with the shock, so then you can open it that side on the other side of your loader arm. Just haven't put it in yet because I'll have to pull all that off anyways to put the window tint on. He's pulling everything out, so I'll just have him put it together and put it in, or I'll be here. I'll put it together whenever he is sitting here tinting the windows. It's still going to be a little bit. Your HVAC controls. That's where your radio goes. And actually, you know what? Today, I might just run up and get a radio. I'm going to get a radio in this because you know me and my radio. I got to have music, man. I'd assume it already has a antenna up in the headliner. It's supposed to have speakers already. I can't verify that. Maybe we'll do a video of putting the radio in. And then all your right-hand controls. So this is, and I'm probably going to tell you wrong. So, this is a PTO, I don't remember what they call it. So basically when you shuttle forward and back, you can set it to where when you turn this on and you take it out of shuttle, it kills the PTO. So you don't have to kill the PTO manually. And this is your PTO switch. You kind of push it down and flip it forward, and then you just pull it back. That's your PTO. This is your hand throttle. But say you have your PTO in, you can flip this switch. And I haven't used it yet. I don't typically do that. I'm old school and I just kick it off. But when you shuttle, it'll kill your PTO. And then I believe it comes back on when you shuttle back into wherever you were. And just to let you know, so I couldn't figure out what was going on with the tractor. So I had the top link in the middle. I had it in the middle hole. There's always 3 holes in the back of the tractor. We'll show you real quick. So this may help somebody out. I might have to blow my nose here in a minute. I got something in there tickling me. So see how we have 3 holes to where you could put that in a position? Generally what I do is I just go in the middle hole. So I just had it in the middle hole, and that might have been where it was. So I kept trying to pick up my brush hog, and I've got an RCR 2596 that I used on it, and I just bought a 3096 Land Pride. Both, you know, this tractor can run it. It's rated for something that size. I tried to pick the brush hog up, and it would literally like jitter and shake, and I was like, what's going on? So I checked my hydraulic fluid, which you do by putting your loader arms or your 3-point arms all the way down. And then you check it with the tractor off, and it should be in the middle of that top window. So I checked the fluid. It needed a little bit of fluid, not much, just topped off a little bit, and it still didn't change it. Well, this actually has some kind of sensing draft control to it, and it will react differently in the middle hole, the lower hole, and the top hole. Well, the book says put it in the top hole, and it literally takes almost all the draft control out of it. Well, I was back here, I thought, well, maybe I need to adjust my 3-point arm throw or something like that. That wasn't the case. I had it in the wrong hole. So if you're actually running a brush hog or a heavy implement on the back and you can't get it to pick up, and I was having to pull on the lever really hard and it would finally come up all the way and I had to fight it to get it up, I'm like, is this thing that weak? Can it not pick up this dang brush hog? I had it in the wrong hole. I put it in here and it works beautifully. And this is how you adjust your 3-point to level it out. Show you that real quick. But anyway, so let's go back up here, and I'm really probably going to tell you wrong on this because so typically what you do is, and I don't know, you guys might not be able to see this. No, my light's on the wrong side. That doesn't help anything. Hang on, let me take the filter off, maybe. That help? A little bit. There we go. Okay, so the filter was kind of messing with it a little bit. Okay, so this is your inside lever. This moves your 3-point up and down. So typically what you have is you have a little stop nut like this on this, is normally what I deal with on tractors. And then you can set it to where you drop your 3-point down and it stops on that lever. Well, that's what this does. So this has got like a progressive drafting system in it. I've never really had a tractor that has had that. So I'm probably going to tell you wrong, but this, if you put it up there, it kind of locks your 3-point up. Otherwise, you can go like this, and this will actually set the height that when you push your 3-point down, this will set your height at that point. And I think with your draft control, in basic terms, I believe you're basically setting the aggressiveness of the draft of, how the implement's going to come up and down automatically, so you don't always have to be doing this. But this locks it up, and then this will make it control. And I thought maybe I had this messed up in a different spot when I had that top link in the wrong spot. It wasn't. You need to put your top link in the top. This is your single remote. And then this is a good one. So sitting here, if you look at your shifter, you can kind of see some numbers. Well, you can't see that it says park. When I first got in this, I'm like, well, where's the parking brake release? Usually you push it down and you flip a lever, you do something, pull one here, you got a button and pull it. It's like, where's the parking brake? Parking brake's right here. So you push it and see how it kind of has like a little hook there on the picture. Let me make sure you guys are looking. See how it has like a little hook thing there? That's what you do. So you push it over, kind of push it forward, and you hook it around. That's your parking brake. When you put it in park, it automatically kicks it in neutral. Even if you have your shuttle going forward, it'll kick in neutral. So then when you take it out of park, you need to go back to neutral and then go back to drive. This is your low, medium, and high range, A, B, and C. And then this is your micro adjustments. This takes you first, second, third, fourth in your low, medium, and high. Brush hogging, you're probably going to be in B, like B2, maybe B3 or something, 5, 6, 6.5 miles an hour, something like that. You brush hog however you want, but I'm sure that's about where I'm going to be. This is your loader lockout to lock out your loader controls. Right now my loader controls are locked out. You push that in, and then it makes it to where you can use it so you don't bump it and move a loader or something. I told you what your little deal was. You have a cup holder, a nice cup holder. It's rubberized and it grabs a cup good. Cigarette lighter, so when you're trying to charge your GoPro, you can. Another cup holder, really big cup holder. A cubby hole, your cell phone fits in there. Let's put our cell phone in there. That's an iPhone 10 XR. It's got room. You could put like 11 in there or 12 or something. Phone won't really fit in that, but it fits in that. It'll kind of fit in your cubby. A lot of times, well, I guess you can't put it in that cup holder. It'll fit in that cup holder. It'll fit in that cup holder. But anyways, so that's the ins and out in here. You know, obviously you got this, your other door. I will show you, look at the visibility. So that's nice. I can see the ground. The Kubota really didn't have that in the M7060. It did in the M4, but I don't know if the visibility was as good. And here's your back window. Obviously, all the tractor back windows open and close. You can get a rear wiper kit for it. I just opted out. Wasn't too worried about it. Anyways, I really think that's about it. I need to back it up, so let's go ahead and show you how to shuttle. Oh. It hadn't ran. It's got 11 hours on it. So typically what you do, brake, clutch, pop it out of gear, put it in your, you know, selected gear. Well, then you can let off the brake, you can let off the clutch because we're in neutral, and then if you want to go somewhere, you shuttle. We're in the shop. Obviously I can't just take off and do whatever I want, but you shuttle and then you can kick back to neutral and you don't have to use the clutch. Or, you know, say I want to back up, I can use the clutch just like normal and I can back her up. And here's your visibility. Really good visibility. There's all the stuff I took off of it. If somebody needs something, let me know, because I'm probably just gonna always solder something. I don't need the brush guard and all that stuff. But anyways, I think that's it in a nutshell. I mean, I'm supposed to have the windows tinted here fairly soon. It is kind of nice. Fuel tank down here, but most of the larger tractors, Kubota was the same way. I am going to get the Zoidberg kit, the Zoidberg front 3-point, and they have like a transport feature that that stands them up here. And it actually has a piece that replaces the loader arms, comes all across here, and then it's got a torque tube that goes to the back and whatnot. I do need to call him and get all that ordered, but anyways, that's another video. But you can see size wise, I mean, there's the 50. You can kind of see, you know, size wise how big the tractor